Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, June Archer, and this is the Winner Circle. My guest today is no stranger to R&B, definitely not a stranger to the R&B charts. If you haven't seen her, I'm telling you now, there's a new album, a new tour on the way. We're getting ready to talk about it. Please welcome to the stream, my sister, Angie Stone. Angie, how are you doing today?
I am chilling. How are you?
I am good. I am so excited about this interview. I want to start by asking you, how have you been doing throughout everything that we passed? I know the pandemic is 2.5 years behind us, but how have you been throughout this whole journey?
Man, this journey has been crazy. It's been up and down. The pandemic has shown us a lot of, stuff, some disappointing things as well as some eye openers. I've had my share of ups and downs with the pandemic. I lost my mom to COVID, and that was a transition for me. I was my only child, so that was hard for me, but I got through it. And I'm here. I landed on my feet now. I have a new album. Um, that actually is some of the best work I've done in quite a while. So I'm kind of in a great space now.
Well, I want to say my condolences to losing your mom. I know that is a really big thing, especially being an only child. I want to ask you, while we're in that vein, what was some of the nuggets or gems that you got from your mom that you will now take with you uh, and share with your child and share with those who are on your journey moving forward?
Well, one thing that my mom did was my mom stayed in her lane, in life. She did her thing. She never really impeded on anybody else's space. She kind of found her zone, locked into it, and did things her way. And so she was very content in her choices in life. And I'd like to think that I got that from my mom. I kind of do the same thing. I'm in my own space, independently, happy with where I am and the choices I've made.
And you've made some great choices. And I got to say, your body of work, Angie, is something that has gotten people through a lot of things. So when you talk about what you went through, I know that people will look to you and your music and your lyrics, and they're able to
Hmm.
see the light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you so much for being strong. Thank you for being such a strong, black, unapologetically dope woman
All
of
right
color.
now.
So I
That's what's
appreciate
up.
you. I want to talk about this new album, Love Language. And I want to start by asking you, what's your love language, Angie? Is it music? Is it food? Is it a walk in the park? Is it a museum? What's your love language, sister?
Well, it's funny you ask that. Everybody's been asking that question now that is the title of the album. People say, "What's your love language?" It's all of those things. Everything on this album encompasses my language, how I move, how I act, how I think. What rattles my cage and what does not. You can kind of tell who I am just based on the music that I do. My love language is that of a humble spirit, somebody that's just not looking for a whole bunch of drama, but instead want a whole bunch of peace, a whole bunch of laughter, a whole bunch of give back. So I'm down with anyone who is looking to and give some more.
Now, for that individual who's watching or listening, and they take a dive into love language, and they've been heartbroken, they've lost someone, they've lost at the game of love. Uh, what would be the best song that you could share from this album that can put them in the proper spirit to unbreak their heart?
Well, one thing is the gym. The gym kind of speaks openly about keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Quit trying to force something that ain't fitting. A
Mm,
lot of times we stay in a relationship because we're in a relationship, especially when we're gauging our age. We look at where we are and say, oh, well, I done got into it. I might as well try to make it work. So we spend umpteen years trying to force something that we know ain't right to begin with. So my thing is like, you know, the truth of the matter is if it ain't working, you gotta let it go. In order for you to order or usher in something new, you got to let the bad go. You got to let the
mm,
ugly go. You got to be okay with being wrong sometimes. And
mm,
doing that,
mm.
we have to accept the fact that okay, this ain't it. As much as I'd like it to be, he's not the one, she's not the one. So that is a love language in itself, and that is self-honesty, being true to oneself.
Wow. Wow. That yeah, that's a word right there. Because
Ooh,
you said it. Don't be afraid of being wrong. Sometimes we feel like, well, he's the one, she's the one. This got to work. I'm getting too old. I want to have kids. I want to have a family, and
right.
we place upon ourselves so much stress and so much anxiety that when we're
Yes,
wrong, we don't want to face the music.
absolutely.
Let's talk.
Been
Let's
there,
talk.
been there, done that.
Yes, yes. Kiss You. Love this record, Angie. I played it a couple times on the album. For those who dive into it, there are two remixes with this record. It is a solid song. I love it. Tell me about Kiss You.
Kiss You to me is a song that we can all relate to, mainly because a kiss personifies a million and one things. You can tell when you kiss a person if they're good people, bad people, rough people, tough people, gentle people, mean people, shy people. There's a lot of things that go down in a kiss. I mean, how many times you done kissed a person uh, that they done turned your stomach and you done change your mind about them just based on a kiss?
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it there because I've
I'm
been
okay.
there, done that. Person you feel like, oh man, they off the chain, they what's up. You kiss them and you say your whole perspective changed. It's like, nah, you already know that it didn't feel right. And the bottom line is, can you tolerate that all the rest of your life? No. And if the answer is no, that ain't for you.
That ain't for you. There's something out
Mm.
there better. And you say been there, done that. Are you afraid to fall in love again, Angie?
Not at all. But I'm gonna tell you now, I don't have the tolerance uh, to play with people no more. I fell in love, got all the way in the midst, went all the way through the distance, and within a couple of weeks out of it. You know why? Because I realized you're not it. I made a mistake. You showed me who you are. I see a lot of people come with a facade,
Mm,
and when they had that facade, it don't take long for the real you to show up.
that's
All you
true.
got to do is stay in there long enough. See, when people are phony, fake. Yeah, how many girls you knew in high school or college when you thought they were so bougie?
Oh, there was a
Okay,
few of them. There was a few of them.
when you got them bougie chicks, and I'm going there because been there, done that too. When they so bougie, but you go home and they got grits on the stove and they ain't swept up they floor and all this other stuff. But at school, they creme de la creme because you are given a facade that they all that when in fact they're nothing. And
Mm,
sometimes we have to look beyond the outer shell of a person and look at the core of a person. So I'm at the place where I don't have time for mess. So that's why when you say you out of line, ain't no forgiveness. I'm about to step. I'm declining your membership just because I
decline
ain't
that
got time to
membership.
play with you.
I love
Yeah.
that lyric. That I'm declining your membership because this ain't the
Yes.
gym. This ain't the gym. This ain't the kind of workout I thought I was gonna get.
Uh-uh.
Because this ain't working out.
No.
For the young black and brown girl, you have a lot of experience with life, and you've been a well traveled woman. For that black or brown girl who has been heartbroken, what do you say to them, Angie?
Well, to the brown and black girl who's been heartbroken, it happens because you don't become a real woman until you've had your heart broken.
Mm,
The only way for you to decipher the difference between heartbreak and celebrating love is you have to be able to know the difference. In order for you to know the difference, you have to experience them both. So, in order to go through something and to gain something, you have had to experience it. So, heartbreak is inevitable. We've got to go through it in order to appreciate when we do get it.
amen, amen. This album is special in a lot of ways. I
Mm.
want to talk about the feature of Swavo Twain, and who is that to you? For those who don't know, who Swavo Twain is?
Swavo Twain is my son. You knew
Hmm.
that though, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Swavo Twain is my son, and it's hard for me to call him Swavo Twain, but I had to get used to. I'm in the studio, Mike, and he like, Ma, you know. So I have to say Swavo, but they asked him to come in and do drop some bars, and he did it in one take. And so I said, well, I might as well let my son do it because he's doing his own thing and he has some incredible music of his own. But I have to give him his props. He did that for me, and I appreciate it.
That's dope. I look forward, and you can let him know. I look forward to interviewing him and celebrating his music as well on this platform when the time comes. Now, this new
Yeah,
tour.
you can go on Spotify. He did his dad's song SDM over, as well as he has a new song called Where the Hoes At. I don't like to say that, but it's going down like that, and he's gotten like rave reviews. So you can pull him up on YouTube, Swavo Twain, and you'll be really surprised.
Absolutely. I promise you I will, and we will get him on the show. This tour, Love Language, where can we see you? Where can people look forward to seeing you live with that microphone in front of them?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you right now that tour dates are being locked and loaded as we speak. I'll be in Albany, New York this weekend, Saturday. I come back to Atlanta on the 17th. I'm sorry, the 10th of this month. And we're in Miami for Juneteenth. There's a whole bunch of dates being scheduled. As you very well know, the album is released a few weeks ago, and it's just basically been going viral. So I'm looking forward to at least some dates in the summer months, paired up with somebody comparable, just to get it out there. And I'll let you know. All you can do is get on my platform, which is the Angie Stone, all platforms, all social media platforms, to find out where I'll be next, what I'll be doing, and just to keep up with my everyday dealings. Okay.
We look forward to it. Before I let you go, Angie, uh, music is a soundtrack to our lives. I
Yes.
want to ask you, what song best represents your journey up to this point, or what artist and their music embodies your journey up to this point?
I think Molly Music speaks volumes for where I am. I think he is an extraordinarily gifted artist, that, in my opinion, if you're not aware of his music, you need to tune in. He has the best of both worlds, R&B and gospel, and I'm absolutely loving it. Jasmine Sullivan is another one who is reaching down to the core of our who we really are attitudes, and she's doing a damn good job of it.
Angie,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you for this new album. I look forward to seeing you live. Also, Swavo Twain as well. But ladies and gentlemen, please do yourself a favor. Go ahead, stream this album, download it, buy it. It's called Love Language. 2 new singles, Kiss You, The Gym, featuring Musiq Soulchild. You know him, you love him. But like her, follow her, look out for the tour dates. Angie, sister, we love you. We're going to continue to support you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Angie Stone. I am your boy, June Archer. This is the Winner Circle. And please, never leave the opportunity undone to tell somebody you love them. It may be the last opportunity you have to do so.
And
Angie,
I
I
love
love
you
you,
too.
sister. And I'm
I love
sending
you
you
more.
kisses. I'm
Thank
sending you
you.
kisses.
All
Thank
right.
y'all for tuning in.
Take
Peace.
care.